So I would love to know why they can't all be as epic as this episode was. Because the season finale for Dune season 1 was a banger, and it was an hour plus long episode, which gave us a very satisfying ending. Again, I have not read the books that this series is based on, but I may have to go read them now because this has been, there was some slow burn in the middle, and we got the season finale as well as the announcement that season 2 is a go. So it already got renewed, and I was not sure that it was going to get a renewal. So it seems to have done it well enough that it's going to get round 2. So let's talk the season finale of Dune season 1. This is episode 6. I don't do spoiler free. You have been warned. Everything moving forward is spoiler territory, so watch at your risk or go watch the episode and come back. Um, so, wow, a lot happened in this episode. We find out that part of what I suspected was true, which is Desmond Hart is not entirely human. However, it's not that he's not entirely human, it's that someone behind the scenes has used a thinking machine to implant him with a bioengineered, nanite based um, uh, toxin that attacks the fear centers of the brain, and thus we get the fear is the mind killer. I must let the fear pass through me, only I will remain. This is where we get that litany because part of the reveal of this episode is how she is the first sister to take the fear, absorb it, and change it to something safe. So this is the beginning of that litany, and that I wonder how this ties into the overall um, storyline. Again, I don't know the book, so I don't know how this ties on. I don't know if this is something that HBO did on their own. Like, I just don't know because I haven't read the books, which is why I really want to read them now. The original books, yes, but not these books, which I think is the Sisterhood of Dunes. I don't know the name of the series, actually. There's 3 books, I think. Anyway, um, Desmond Hart has a bioweapon in him that triggers the fear centers of the brain, but only in sisters, I guess. Um, Something like that, or maybe in anybody, but only the sisters can fight against it. I don't know. Um, Crazy to think about. Cool reveal. This is where the fear is the mind killer comes from. Uh, at the end of this, we get a confrontation between Tula and her sister, and Tula realizing that this is her son is basically, you need to let me figure out a way to save him, and she actually is like, fine, you know, do what you need to do. And of course, then Desmond Hart arrests his mother, and that's an end of that storyline for this season. So we don't know where this is going in season 2. Emperor dies. Like, he finds out that he was a tool, and has that moment of clarity where he's like, this is the only moment of freedom I've ever known, the first time I've had control, and just offs himself. Because he realizes he's never been the emperor. Tragic end for him. Mark Strong, we salute you for your performance. Um, wow. Okay, so back on the home planet for the Sisterhood, we've got basically while the Harkonnens are away, the girl they murdered comes back in the young sister who's got the blue eyes now, whose name escapes me. And she basically goes on a rampage and is cleaning house and reveals at the bottom of the fountain all the bodies of her acolytes that the 2 Harkonnen sisters killed, along with their 2 other sisters, which were the Emperor's soothsayer who died in one of the early episodes, and um, the woman who imprinted on the Emperor, who also dies in this episode. So all that's left of the original Cabal are these 2. And I have no idea if she's going to be able to pull off. Oh, I don't know how that's going to come out, but we do know that it has to happen because she's the one who has the cure for the sisterhood. And we also know that the genetic program never stopped. So even though the rebel acolytes appear to have destroyed the thinking machine in this episode, I don't know if that's entirely true or if she somehow has to pick up the remnants without the thinking machine. I don't know. But considering she's the one who has the voice Anne has the only one who knows how to cure the toxin, the bioweapon. I have a feeling, excuse me, that she's going to remain central to the plot even beyond, um, season two. We'll see. But very, very satisfying season finale. I cannot wait to see where season two goes. This was the best episode of the season by far. We end up on Arrakis with her, and she makes a statement about how I need to operate in the darkness. So she ends up on Arrakis with the escaped princess and the Atreides. And I'm wondering how much of this ties back into the sisterhood that existed on Arrakis that has been there forever and has ties back to the main sisterhood. And I'm wondering if somehow she's going to come back um, into the picture. I don't know how, or she's going to find a way to make amends with the main sisterhood. I don't know how it's all going to play out yet, but I'm extremely intrigued. We've probably got some time between this season and next season, so I've probably got time to read the trilogy of books that this is based on, and I might do that. So stay tuned, because if I do, I'll review it here on the channel. In the meantime, we got other shows to watch, so hopefully you're following along. If you're not already, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams over on the gaming channel at around 6 or 7 a.m. on YouTube and Twitch, and we'll see everybody in the next one.